Hello, Virgo. Thank you so much for joining me today and very welcome to my channel. It's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. I hope you're all doing well and are okay in these uncertain times around the planet. This is a reading looking at your energies, Virgo, from the 16th to the 22nd of November, or thereabouts, round about those dates, and perhaps a little bit beyond, because of the way that universal timing works. It's very different to the 3D Earth timing. But nevertheless, I've already pre-shuffled the cards to get your energies into the cards, Virgo. Before I start and do a final shuffle, just to mention that I have already published some new moon readings for your sign. This is the new moon weekend. I did the readings the other day, so you might find it interesting just to have a little look at those as well, to see how they interlink with this reading, and also to get an understanding about how the new moon energies are around and influencing your sign, Virgo. All right, enough said. We'll get on with your reading now. So I'll just do a final shuffle of the Oracle of Dreams. Sorry, no, the Oracle of Visions. Sorry. I'm having difficulty talking today for some reason. Must be this new moon energy. Okay. Let's see. So just take one card from the Oracle of Visions and as an overriding energy. And this is the number 31. And this is talking about secrecy and confidentiality. All right, so we'll see where this is going, but there's certainly something about secrecy, confidentiality, needing perhaps to keep something close to your chest, hold on to some information of some sort. This is a very similar energy to the Four of Pentacles in ordinary tarot. All right, we'll see. You know, and I think you can see here, keeping something under lock and key. So let's see. I'll just do a final shuffle of the Tarot of Dreams. Okay. So we have your energy or a situation here. What you're thinking about at this time. Hidden influences or the root of this situation, past influences, the future going forward, and finally a message from the universe, from the guides that they want you to hear. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Chariot. Now this is about taking the reins, and because things are going to be moving forward, so it's a very focused energy. Very focused on moving forward now, because things are starting to go forward. In this particular deck, you can see the horses and the chariot, and the person, they're charging through a huge wave of emotion, I feel. So this is something about taking control of emotions as you go forward. And then a final shuffle of the Light Seers Tarot. And lay them down in the same order. And then at the bottom of this deck we have the Two of Wands, and this is when a decision has to be made about which way to go forward. There's perhaps an option of two pathways, two journeys to make. So it's a time of planning and deciding which way you're going to go. Right, so let's see where we're going with this. Right, so at the heart of your reading we have the Four of Wands and the Eight of Wands. So both Wands energies, but you can see a little bit of a difference in the colours, and I'll explain why in a minute. So here we have the Four of Wands, and this is about stability, security, success, and achievement within the home, having finally achieved something within the home environment. You can see the beautiful, vibrant colours, which reflects the one's energies of vibrancy and creativity. But this is very much as well about becoming established within a home environment. And also you see the wands around these beautiful golden doors opening, and that's talking about protection and security. Now the clarifier is the Eight of Wands, and this is about rapid communication, instant communication. And for me, in this particular deck, for me, you can see how it's how expansive and almost electrified the background is around the wands that the wands are heading into. And for me, this is about technology, communication via our technology, whether it's texts, emails, could be telephone calls, but it's something that's instant, emails, but it's something that's instant, representing today's communication styles, if you like. So there's something about this sort of internet connection, communication within this home, very successful, energetic home environment. It's a general reading, Virgo, so it won't resonate with everybody, but it certainly will with some of you. Just coming back again, a lot of people around the planet at the moment are having to work from home. I mean, particularly here in the UK, there's a lockdown happening where, to a greater or lesser degree, according to which part of the UK you're in. And that means a lot of people are working from home. So this could be significant for some of you who are viewing this at this time. Now what you're thinking about at the moment is justice and the Six of Cups. And the justice card comes forward when the scales that need to be balanced. It's a universal, it's sort of almost like a karmic message from the universe, where perhaps there has been an injustice in the past. And this is what you're thinking about, the need for justice, or perhaps you're thinking about justice is being served in some area for you. Now for some of you, Virgo, this could be about legal outcomes that are going to come out in your favour. Or for others of you, it is more of a karmic situation. And then the clarifier is the Six of Cups, and this is when we're thinking about memories of the past, to do with perhaps family and friends, people who have, been in our lives for a long time. So there's some form of a justice situation to do with somebody within a family, I feel within a family situation, that you're thinking about, and somebody that's been around for a long time. And then if we come back to at the centre of the reading, this is the home environment, and then this rapid communication happening. So at this time we have some form of a justice situation, and it's to do with within a family. I feel it's something to do with the family situation because of the heart cards that came out at the heart of your reading, but it will be a bit different for all of you, Virgo. So the hidden influences at the root of this are, we have the Three of Coins and the Two of Swords. So the Three of Coins is when you're very focused, working very diligently, very hard to create something new, something special, something long lasting, and possibly working with others in this endeavour. And the clarifier is the Two of Swords, and this is when it's a bit of a mental conflict, because there's a decision to be made, and because this is at the root of the situation, this is already in place. So this has already been happening. This is influencing the heart of the reading. So working hard, focused on creating something secure and established, and possibly working with others. But decision had to be made, which has created some conflict for somebody, some conflict, and it was a decision that somebody didn't want to make, because you see the blindfold on, she doesn't want to see it, and then she's being wrapped up in her mind, but the crows are sort of tying her up, if you like. And this is about difficult decision to be made and creating some mental conflict. All right, and this is connected to the Three of Coins energy. Now, the past influences, we have Temperance and the Ten of Wands. And temperance is when there was a need for patience, for moderation in all things. But also this particular card, you see the Angel of Temperance here, in the process of balancing the Sun and Moon energies, so balancing masculine and feminine energies. So this has been happening in the past. And then a clarifier is a Ten of Wands, so a sharing of burdens and responsibility to make the journey easier. All right, so a sharing of burdens and responsibilities. So this is a past influence, as the Temperance is working hard to balance the masculine and the feminine energies and to bring moderation into a situation. And then the future going forward, we have the Three of Swords and the Four of Swords. The swords are about, in the main, they're about the mind, giving deep thought to things, clarity of thought. The Three of Swords, in ordinary tarot, the picture is a beautiful big red heart, but with three swords going through it. So going forward, the Three of Swords is, I mean, this looks like the Queen of Swords in the background here. You see, she uses her mind a lot, deep logic. However, there's some form of heartbreak, of heartache, to do with a situation going forward. And the clarifier is the Four of Swords. So this is when someone is taking a break. There's the heart. You see the heart in the nest with the young woman, and she's resting now. So she's resting, she's sleeping, she's regrouping her thoughts, she's regrouping her bodily energies. And it's time to have time out to rest. And this is as a result of some form of, and it could well be a mental heartbreak, mental conflict that's created, some form of perhaps conflict that's created a bit of a heartbreaking situation. All right, but the clarifier is that somebody's going to have a break from this to regroup, and the heart is still intact, as we're seeing here. Now the guidance from the guides from the universe, we have the Page of Wands and the Three of Cups. And the Page of Wands is when the pages are messengers of the minor arcana, and they deliver something new, either whether it's a message or it could be an opportunity or a new way of thinking. So the Page of Wands, this is what the universe wants to say, Virgo, that there is a message of some sort or a new opportunity that's going to be presented. And of course the wands are about movement and change, passion, creativity. The clarifier is the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups in its truest form is about celebrating with friends and family, a lot of joy and celebration, and optimism in this card. But for me, the Three of Cups is also about when there's a third party situation that comes in between a relationship. Now, the third party doesn't have to be, in the traditional sense, somebody else that's interfering with a relationship. But it can be, all right? So it can be in the traditional sense of somebody else, whether it's a friend or a relationship that comes in between a relationship. But also, as often is the case, this can be that somebody has an addiction or a preoccupation or an obsession that comes in between and interferes with a relationship. It could be a passion that's interfering, or an obsession, as I've already said. Sometimes it's an illness that can then impact on a relationship, but that's just, these are just all the different scenarios that this could be. But what the universe wants to say to you, Virgo, that there is a message coming through or an opportunity coming through, and it's something passionate or creative that's going to be delivered. And it's to do with either a celebration, a joyful opportunity to come together, or it's something about this third party situation, whatever that means for you. So just something to look out for, Virgo. I'm going to ask for a little bit more information about that. Okay, I'm going to go use these. So could we have some more information about the Page of Wands and the Three of Cups, please, for Virgo? Some more information about the Page of Wands and the Three of Cups, please. So that's interesting. So the Two of Wands was at the bottom of the deck when I first shuffled it before I laid the cards out. And this has come out again, so this is significant. So the Two of Wands is when, if you remember, I was saying that it's about planning and choosing a way forward. So so this has come out to clarify for the Page of Wands. So a message coming through of a new opportunity that's going to help with making a decision going forward, which path to take. And then the Death and Rebirth card has come out to do with the Three of Cups. So this is a Scorpio energy, and it's about transformation. So something needing to come to an end, that needs to come to an end, ready for a rebirth going forward. All right, and this is a clarify for this Three of Cups. So something to do with the Three of Cups energy, and I feel it is to do with a third party interference, either another person or an obsession or a preoccupation. And this is saying that this is going to come to an end, and it's going to change. It's going to change its makeup, if you like. The energy is going to change to do with that, but ready for a rebirth, a transformation in some area. All right, so that makes that a little bit more clear. So there's going to be a very creative or a passionate message coming in to do with, and that's going to help with making this decision about which way to go forward. And there's going to be an ending and a rebirth to do with a third party interference there. I'm just going to ask for some more information, please, to do with the Three of Swords and the Four of Swords. Just put that back. The Three of Swords and the Four of Swords, please. Some more information to do with the Three of Swords and the Four of Swords, please. So for the Three of Swords, we have the Two of Coins. And the Two of Coins is when there's a need for balance in some area, but things are up in the air at the moment. So things are there's a need for balance, but the situation's up in the air at the moment. And I feel that sort of reflects this Two of Wands energy, the need for the planning. This is the planning stage. A need to make a decision perhaps about which way going forward. So things up in the air at the moment, concerning something that has caused either a mental heartache and heartbreak, or this is to do with, and I'm drawn to the fact this looks like the Queen of Swords in the background here, so perhaps a Queen of Swords energy, somebody who's very logical and deep thinking, but is suffering from some heartache or heartbreak. So things up in the air at the moment to do with this energy. And the Queen of Swords could represent yourself, Virgo, or somebody around you. Right, and then we have the Four of Swords clarified by the Ten of Wands, which makes some sort of sense here, because the Ten of Wands is when we have been carrying a heavy burden. We've got a lot weighing us down, you know, carrying a lot on our shoulders. But when this card comes forward, it's about letting go of that, dropping that burden. And remember, in the past influences, we had the Ten of Wands, which was about sharing the burden. So there's a past influence about a burden being shared, responsibility being shared, with the temperance, you know, a need for moderation and balance. And again, you know, the balance card is here going forward. And so, you know, the Ten of Wands again, clarifying the Four of Swords. So dropping the burden and the need for then a rest and having a break and regrouping your energy, you know, building up your energy again, for your mind as well as for your heart. So dropping that burden, the need to drop that burden going forward. Okay. All right. Could we have 2 more messages, please, now for Virgo from the Sacred Traveller Oracle cards? So could we have 2 more messages, please, for Virgo for this reading? So we have in the flow and infinite abundance. So in the flow, this is talking about, you know, everything is smooth sailing. So there's a lot to be happy about. You see the woman in her boat up above the ground where it's snow and there's lots of, you know, it's quite cold, but she's well wrapped up in the boat. Lanterns burning, well on her way, so in the groove, really, in the flow. So everything smooth sailing. So this is a lovely energy coming in for you. You know, whatever the turbulence has been in the past, you know, whatever burdens needing to be shared, all right, and you know, whatever the heartbreak has been, you know, everything is for yourself, Virgo, is going to be smooth sailing. It's all going to be sorted out. And remember, we're going to have some form of an ending, but a rebirth, and a bit of relief and release concerning this Page of Wands energy coming in, to give some guidance to the Two of Wands, you know, which way to go forward. So you're going to know which way to go. You're in the flow. And then the second card here is infinite abundance. So abundance is pouring into your life, Virgo. Beautiful. You know, when the harvest, you see the women here with the sheet and they're catching the apples or the plums, whatever they are, as they drop. So there's a beautiful, bountiful harvest here. And the tree can do no other than to drop its fruit at a certain time of year in the autumn. And it's just there to be caught. So, you know, just be ready to catch this abundance that's going to be pouring into your life, Virgo. All right, I'm going to leave it there, Virgo. It is a general reading, so it will have more meaning for some of you, perhaps than for others. I'm just going to finally, on a final note of, we had this one about keeping something under wraps for the time being, didn't we? So that's just a final reminder about that there's something you're just holding close to your chest at this time. Keeping it under wraps, if you like. So what I think, actually, although I'm just going to get one more card for that one. Just bear with me, please. For some reason, I'm not being allowed to finish this reading. I'm being drawn to this, and I'm being asked to take another one. So I'm going to take. Could I have one more card, please, for the number 31 here, which is about secrecy and confidentiality. Could we have a clarifier, please, for this card? Just bear with me a minute. Okay, right. So the clarifier that's come out here is the number 4, which is about perspective and points of view. So this is when there are different perspectives, different points of view. These two people are looking at the same thing here, and they've got a mask so they're looking at something through the mask. So it may be signifying differing points of view, or a similar point of view, a similar viewpoint and perspective. All right, so this is, I feel that this is about people coming together and agreeing, and a consistency, and agreeing with something, seeing something in the same way. They're seeing something in the same way and have the same perspective on something. And then underneath the deck was this about contemplation, analysis and awareness. So, you know, really contemplating something, analysing a situation from the same point of view as somebody else or those around you. All right, and I'm very aware of there was this dropping the burden, and in the past the shared responsibility, and then this time of regrouping your thoughts and energy, which are very similar energies to what's happening here. So there's something about keeping things under wrap at the moment, under lock and key. However, you're not on your own in this. Whatever this is, there is somebody that is absolutely sharing your perspective on it and agreeing with you with whatever this is, as you are contemplating and analysing a situation. And I feel this is probably the situation. Okay. All right, I hope that does have meaning for some of you, Virgo. It may even be for just one or two of you out there, but I'm sure you will know who you are if after watching this reading. But anyway, I'm going to go now, Virgo. Do get in touch if you want, if you would like to, and the information to get in touch with me is below this video. But anyway, Virgo, good luck going forward. And I hope you can join me again in the future. Bye bye for now.